Hey everybody, Grandmaster Ben Finegold here again with 5 Minutes with Ben. And I'm Ben. I don't know where 5 minutes is, but he'll be around here in a few minutes. Anyway, I want to show the combination at the end of the famous game between Steinitz and von Bardeleben from Hastings 1895. A lot of you will already know of this game, or you actually might even know the moves. But some of you won't. And it's one of my favorite games. In fact, when this game was played in round 10 of the famous Hastings tournament, and you can actually find the cross table on Wikipedia, just go to Google or something and type in Hastings 1895. You'll see the cross table of the whole event. It's a very large event. There were a lot of players, and there were a lot of rounds, unlike today. So this was round 10. First 9 rounds of the tournament, von Bardeleben hadn't lost a game. And after he lost this game, he didn't win a game after this game. So this game sort of ruined the tournament for him. Okay, so this is the key position to start with. This is move 17 for White. White played a very famous clearance sacrifice. Now here, Black's pawn structure is slightly better than Black's. I'm sorry, Black's pawn structure is slightly better than White's because White has this isolated pawn. However, White's king is a lot safer than Black's king, and Black can't castle because of queen takes knight. So probably if it was Black's turn, Black would play king f7, and then knight d5, and then rook e8, and probably about equal. Okay, so Steinitz played brilliant move d5. Okay, you can't take with the knight because it's illegal. You can't take with the queen because queen takes knight checkmate. So von Bardeleben played c takes d5, and it's a clearance sacrifice. The white pawn was on d4, and now it's not. So White plays knight to d4. Now, if it was White's turn to move, White would play knight f5. So if I play a bad move like a6, White plays knight f5, also known as knight f5, and White wins immediately. If queen takes knight, then queen takes knight checkmate. Otherwise, you lose your knight on e7. Okay, so von Bardeleben played king f7. Steinitz played knight e6, threatening rook to c7, which is quite annoying. So von Bardeleben played rook h to c8, stopping rook c7, challenging the file, and now he's ready to tuck his king away. Queen g4, threatening queen takes g7 check, and sort of threatening knight g5 check, but that's not clear. But queen takes g7, that's pretty clear. Okay, so Black played g6, which is the only move. White did play knight g5 check, and that has a discovered attack on the queen. And so if you take the knight, you lose your queen. So he didn't do that. Okay, so he played the move king e8, which gets out of check and defends his queen. And von Bardeleben is hoping Steinitz will trade queens, and Black is a pawn up here. Probably White can get away with knight h7. Maybe it's equal, I don't know. But instead of trading queens and going into an equalish endgame, Steinitz did what you should always do. He always sacrificed the exchange. Rook takes e7 check. Okay, and then in this position, Black played a very surprising move. Okay, first of all, if Black plays king d8, then queen takes queen is mate. So Black didn't do that. If Black plays queen takes rook, then rook takes rook check, queen takes rook check, and White is ahead of knight. And White has many moves that win. We can go into the endgame, or we can play queen e6 check, and White's up a piece. Okay, so Black could play king takes, and then he loses in many moves. We play rook e1 check. The king has to go to d6 or d8. d6 is harder to beat. And then we play the move queen b4 check. If you play rook c5, rook e6 check is winning. And if you play king c7, I play rook c1 check, king b8, queen f4 check, rook c7, knight e6, and white wins. White's going to be at least a piece up and with a mating attack. Okay, so black played a very unusual move. He didn't play any of the other moves that lose. He played the move king f8. And the idea is, if you take my queen either way, black plays rook takes rook mate. So you can't take the queen on d7, and black is threatening rook takes rook with mate on c1. So white played rook f7 check. If king e8, queen takes queen is mate again. And if queen takes rook, then rook takes rook check, and queen takes rook check, and white's up at least a piece. Check. Okay, so after rook f7 check, black did it again and played king g8. And again, we can't take the queen because black plays rook takes c1 check. And white did it again, just like black did it again, rook g7 check. So if you take with the king, I play queen takes queen check, and I win all of your pieces. Black will have no pieces left. And if you take with the queen, it's the same thing. Rook takes rook check, and queen takes rook check. And same as the last time. If you play king f8, I play knight h7 check, and then when you take my rook, I take the queen with check. Therefore, you have to play king h8, which he played, and white played rook h7 check, and then black resigned. The reason black resigned is very complicated. In fact, black didn't really resign. Black won the Hikaru Nakamura Sportsmanship Award by getting up from the game and leaving without resigning. So he lost because he left. But okay, so the main line is king g8, rook g7, king h8. Now the pawn is gone from h7, so we have queen h4 check, only legal move. Queen h7 check, only legal move. Queen h8 check, only legal move. Queen g7 check. And black gets checkmated. If he plays king e8, we check, only legal move, check. Queen check, knight f7 check, and checkmate. And there's other variations that are very similar, like if black plays king d6, then queen f6, and then queen takes queen mate. So instead of all that checkmate, after rook h7 check, von Bardeleben left. The game ended because he left the tournament hall, went home. So that was probably Steinitz's most brilliant game and one of the most amazing lines ever, where white plays rook e7, rook f7, rook g7, rook h7. And I think you should watch the video again so you can look at those variations and pause the video and make sure you understand. So very complicated win at the end, but brilliant. A great game from Steinitz. A pretty good game from von Bardeleben too. Maybe not good sportsmanship at the end. I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold. That was at least 7 minutes, so you got your money's worth today. I'll see you next time with 5 Minutes with Ben. Bye.